to the Tempest Weekly Action Report. I am Scrivian, the guild lead of our Final Fantasy group on the Behemoth server. That's right, in Final Fantasy 14. And just giving you a quick update this week because there's not a lot of news going on. We've got lots of stuff going on. People in the summer and in their winter. If you're in Australia, Dingo's on hiatus doing work or play or something down there in the fun land of Australia. So we've got shortened numbers that are showing up and doing stuff. Right now, everything's still going strong. Guild's moving up. We're in our highest ranking we can be, level 8 on the Behemoth server. People continuing to move up. Congratulations to Ups hitting 60 this week. And I know that a couple of our other active players are working their way either through the 2.0 to 2.55 content or are actually progressing through Heaven's Ward now. I know that Kyoko or Gisela, however, he hasn't really told me that because we always call him Kyoko, has moved up and he's a level 58 paladin now. Ups, of course, hit 60, and I'm at 60, and Zojak's at 60 and working on some other classes. I think he might shift over and help us out with our tanking issues, which seems to be one of our shortfalls right now. Fracker's got some real-life stuff going up. He's going to basically be partially out of commission for the next month. So that leaves us about 7 people. Right now we've got who are actively playing. I've got myself as a healer, Ups as a healer, Kyoko as a tank, Blood is DPS, Zojak is DPS, but maybe shifting to tank. Skokie as a black mage DPS, and Kazuki as DPS, I believe right now. Although I think he could be paladin or he could be healer. Or I don't know. He's making up his mind on what he wants to do. I know he's working through the content though, so it's kind of working out. We do need 1 tank and 1 DPS would be a great backup. Actually, 1 more healer would be a great backup. We've got Gisela. So we're kind of working it out. I mean, the extras are always good when you're getting ready to start raiding for 8-man content, and then so that should all be fun. So this week, what did we do? Oh my gosh, we had lots of fun. We've been knocking out those hard mode dungeons, and we've been going back and doing them, and it's hilarious because every one of the dungeons starts with Kyoko giving us the synopsis of, okay, now this should be good, and you got to watch out for these pulls, and you got to watch out for this because it's really hard and difficult. And then, of course, with the Heaven's Ward content being out, that they're not that bad. Though I do have to say, we did have some fun this week in the lost city of Amdapur. It was a lot of fun. The trash was not a big deal, but actually getting to 2 of the bosses and figuring out what the mechanic was for killing them was pretty fun. We didn't look at any guides. We kind of just go in there, smash it if we can. And when we got to the last boss, learning the doors and tricks and the AoE stuff, the little orbs he was throwing down that explode, and some other stuff, and knowing what we can and can't interrupt with. It was fun kind of working our way through it, which is kind of what we're going to do with all the raid stuff too. We do want to get going with turn 1. I think we may actually go this week. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say it. We're going this week. We're going to go on either Thursday or Friday night. Ups is our early person. I got to check with our late person. I know Blood's out for the week, so that'll be another person we have to kind of pick up. But we're going to go. Let's just go in there and let's hit turn 1 and see what we can do. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever. See how far we can get. We're going to do it. Of course, the interesting thing will be recruiting somebody saying, hey, we don't want to know how to do it. We want to figure it out. But, of course, we may end up just doing the strategy just to do it, to knock it out. So it's fun. So keep working on that kind of stuff. If you need to run dungeons or stuff when you're on and you see any of us on, just say you need to do it. I'm a healer, so I get quick queues. Not as fast as Kyoko with his tank insta-queues. But all that other stuff's going on. But the dungeons are going fast. I know I personally have 6 hard modes left before I can do the expert. Not the expert. I can do the extreme or whatever the hell the roulette is every single day. So that's working out. Hunts. If you haven't done hunts, make sure as you're working your way up through the Maelstrom or whatever faction you choose for your grand company, that you do the hunt quest and you get qualified to do that, so that when you go up and you hit 53, 56, and 59, you can unlock your level 1, 2, and 3 hunts, and you can get going on those. And then at 60, of course, you open up your elite hunts and you start working on those. That ends up being about 110 Centurio seals a day. Centurio seals are used to turn your 170 gear into 180 gear. 170 gear, of course, is gotten from doing roulettes and doing the level 60 dungeons from Tombstones of Law. And then if you want the level, I'm looking up at my chart. If you want the level 200 gear that's upgradable to 210, you'll also be getting those Tombstones of Esoterics. And for those of you who are looking at your inventories right now saying, where the hell are my Tombstones? You can't actually get tomestones of law or esoteric until you hit 60. So it kind of keeps it so you're not building those things up by running dungeons and doing dailies and stuff. So that's what you want to do. The other thing is you got to run it on your 60. So whatever character you have at 60 is what you have to do if you want to qualify for tomestones of law or esoteric. So that's kind of good. All right, now I want to talk about something new. I think I'm the only one who's been doing this in game, and I'm actually having a pretty good time. It is a good source of getting tomestones of law and esoterics. You get 50 law and 20 esoterics for every completed PvP session called the Seas. Now, every time I log in and I look at it and I'm saying, okay, what's the duty roulette? The time it says it's about always estimated 15 or 30 minutes, and very rarely does it ever get to 15 minutes. A lot of people are getting into this. It's a great way, I think, to grind out those tomestones if you want to do it. And it is fun because it is PvP. It is 3 full parties, so it's 3 8x8s per team, which is per grand company representing. And then you go against, so it's Maelstrom, which is who we are, going against Eternal Flames and Twin Adders. And so it's kind of cool. You go in there, and what happens is the big battleground. It's a three-way PvP. So it's kind of like a oval, circle, whatever. It's rocky, outcrop, blah, blah, blah. So what happens is these Allagan tomoliths spawn. It's a big tower, and it lights up. It's kind of the stuff you'll see when you get to Azisla, that area. They light up, and they start transmitting data. You know, when somebody takes control of them, you start downloading the data from those tomestones. Now, there are different levels of them. You can tell by the shape. The lowest level one is a triangle, and then there's a diamond, and then there's I don't know if it's a pentagram or not a pentagram, a pentagon or a hexagon or octagon or something, whatever. The other big shape, that's the big ones. Basically, kind of look at you like the way they've done the hunts and stuff. It's an A, B, S rated kind of stuff. The more important ones, of course, to have more data to download. So what you want to do is you go in there and your side runs in, everyone runs in, you're kind of searching to where you think these things are going to spawn. I mean, they're static. They're going to turn on, and you're going to start downloading data out of them. Download data, basically, you go in there, you channel. The tomolith turns up, it says Maelstrom is channeling a level B tomolith at, and it gives the coordinates. So the other teams know, but of course if you just look at the map, you can see where they're channeling because it shows a big red circle for Maelstrom. So that goes on, and so you defend this thing while everyone else is doing this, but it isn't just one that pops up. It's usually 4 or 5 of these things that pop up. So you kind of see where they are around the map as to where you're going to go. You defend the ones you have, and then of course you send parties off to try to get the other ones. If you get lucky and they spawn close to you, then you can hold 2, which means you're getting twice as much data in as the other teams. And the goal is to basically hit 800 points of data down, or 800 points is what it is. For every second you get so much amount of data adds to your points for downloads. And then also when a player from your team dies, you lose points, and when you kill a player from another team, you gain points. I think it's 1 point each of those. So that's kind of how the game goes. Now you run in from 3 different sides, tomoliths light up, you run over with your group, you defend one, and then go try to take more and kill them and basically rack up points. Really easy, takes about, I think it's a 20-minute time limit. I don't think we've ever gone 20 minutes. Usually in about 10 or 15 minutes, one side or another has forgotten it. The funny thing is, with 3-way PvP, it's always one team's going to get screwed or 2 teams are going to get screwed because they're going to continually fight each other. Hopefully you're not in that group, and you can sit back and you kind of sneak around and take the tomoliths and do that, but it depends. But it is fun, it is great. There are some PvP skills and stuff. I'll go into that stuff later, and also PvP gear, which I'll go into later, and some other stuff. So I just want to say, if you want to do it, if you're up at 60 and you're doing this, I recommend, if you're out gathering or doing or crafting and other stuff, knock this daily out. It's really fast, easy to catch on. I've kind of explained how you do it now. Healers, they love healers, of course, because we get in there and do some big heals and keep them alive. And DPS, it's fun because you get to go kill people. It's PvP. So it is end up 72 players on there at the same time. I recommend everyone do this. Easy tomestones to do, and the queue times are actually not that bad, especially if you're crafting and gathering. So that's all I've got this week. I hope everyone's having a fantastic week, at least the 7 or 8 of us who are fully active and enjoying the game and having fun. I know we talk about other games. We always do. We've talked this week. Hey, Secret World. Yeah, there's a bunch of us who like to play Secret World. And we never got, we didn't have enough people to play with at the end, and that's why we quit playing. Still fun. I've got Lifetime. We can jump in and do that a little bit. We've got Star Wars expansion coming out. Don't forget about that. If you want all the good fun bonuses, you've got about 4 days left to subscribe to Star Wars to be eligible for all the bonuses through, including early access when that comes out. From what I'm reading, that's a free expansion that's coming out. It's changing the game. So the Imperial and Republic is out the window, or some other stuff. I don't know what's going on. Huttball should be there, so it should still be fun. Other games going on. I know we've got a couple of our friends are still playing Arcade. Skookie's jumping over there, and Vagon basically let me know this week that he's going to be playing primarily Arcade, and he may stop in every once in a while. I created a new rank for all of you. If you want to come over and join us in Final Fantasy, you've got characters you just want to kind of relax and chill or whatever. It is a subscription game, which means we have a higher quality community than most of the other games out there. It's pretty nice. People are friendly. But if you want to come over, I created a new rank called Second Cousins. So these are the people who kind of just stop by every once in a long while and, whatever. Be friendly. Talk in TeamSpeak. We're in TeamSpeak. Have fun. Stop by. Say hi. And I'll talk to you guys all in game. Bye.
So faded, it been time to roll, but the music hit, had the blunt still lit. Who the fuck driving home? So shady. Cause when the molly hit, I got to feel those hips, but my girlfriend keeps calling my phone. But fuck it, I'm not going home. Round by round we go, the Henny's in control. Round by round we go, come let me take control. Got the candles lit, had to change a bit, cause I'm feeling it, cause we own it. But my girl keeps calling my phone, but fuck it, I'm not coming home. Round by round we go, round by round we go, and I can't pull away. Deep inside I want to stay. Round by round we go, round by round we go, and I can't pull away. Deep inside I want to stay. So crazy, it's been time to go, but when the weed hit, had me stuck with it, it made it feel sexual. So shady.